devs do something.
There's bears out here.
Very bad, boys. Very bad.
Every day I'm checking the price and it's dipping. Every day I check the price, bad price. I can't take this anymore.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream. It's a nasty crash we got going on the index funds, individual equities across the market. Gold is dumping pretty hard, down 3% now. The ASX, Australian Stock Exchange, down 5%. Germany's market down 5.5%. UK 100 down 5.64%. The Nikkei down over 4%. China dumping. Got a good old-fashioned crash on our hands, and it's been a long time, man. I mean, we didn't have anything like this for a very long time. So welcome to it. We're off the lows a little bit. I mean, not by much. You can clearly see here. Here's your quad screen showing the action of the U.S. futures. Top left S&P, top right Dow Jones, bottom left Nasdaq 100, bottom right Russell 2000. All, just I would say probably about 5-6 minutes ago, they were all at their lowest points. S&P futures, you can clearly see me scaling left. You eclipsed the swing low from the carry trade in August, early August. So that gave us fresh lowest prices seen on the S&P 500 futures since May 3rd of last year. So we are getting closer and closer to 1 year lows, just not yet. Not yet, man. We would have to go a lot lower to see 52-week lows on the spider. Let's see the lowest price. We would have to fall. It seems like we'd have to fall below 49.37, and this is a huge deal. I mean, this is like your next big level. The problem is, like, yeah, you got the swing low. I mean, this one time, I guess support resistance. If they're okay, they're trying to recapture it right now. Do you see it? They're trying to. The price is right, that red dotted line. We're above it. But if that breaks, I mean, you just can't be surprised if we're going to the 4,900 level, and that'd be near 52-week lows. So, okay. Bouncing off it for now, but any bounce has been really short-lived here. If you've been monitoring today, give me an audio check, make sure we're okay. Some kind of crazy going on. Bitcoin is holding up like the equities market doesn't even exist. It's kind of incredible. I've actually never seen anything like it, where we have such a serious market meltdown on equities. I mean, even gold's getting wrecked. Global markets dumped. Oil hitting its lowest levels in years today. And then Bitcoin and crypto were just like, huh? What? No, we're good, dude. We're not going to participate in this meltdown. Yeah, again, I think this is kind of a historical day for crypto. Because I'm telling you, man, we've been through multiple of these cycles, like especially as me streaming, and never seen anything like it. I mean, if this was real life, we'd be at 73.8 easy right now. Maybe even 71.69K. Maybe it's all Michael Saylor. All the coins he bought in the past 3-4 months, just propping things up. No McDonald's, dude. I don't know why people keep bringing up McDonald's when Bitcoin's at 84,000. It's higher than it was yesterday. You can't have a McDonald's stream with Bitcoin at 84K. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. You can keep asking, though. I'll just have to keep politely declining you. One thing about the S&P is there is an unfilled gap that goes back to, look, man, May 2nd, 2024. There's the wick high, but then there's the candle close, right, where the traders settled up, closed the day out right there at 5:05. If we scale right and we see you pretty much hit it, I mean, the bots could have, figured, okay, we hit the gap fill, the zone, right, between the wick and the gap, or between the wick and the candle close. Okay, so Bukowski talks about 18% of the time, gap fills can be regarded as support resistance. Not a very good chance, right? But still, I mean, that's where you could see some limit orders set up. Maybe some short sellers cover. They might have used that as a target. Maybe that's why we're off the lows now, where we were just, I'm telling you, 10 minutes ago, we were at the lowest point. We were at $505.59. So what turned out to be, a bear pole, bear flag, caught follow through in a measured move, it seems like, in 2 days. Crazy stuff. Right, remember this? Well, bear pole, bear flag. It's like, surely it can't be this perfect, right? Surely it can't be. No way. Bear pole, bear flag. Measured move. What is the measured move? Good God. It's crazy. And how they do it, how the kids do it, they'll do the measured move from the top of the flag. And you've already exceeded the measured move of the bear pole, bear flag. Kind of, and I'm talking in 2 trading sessions, really. I don't know, you broke the flag March 28th, so, and then you bearishly back tested the flag, bearishly back tested the overhead resistance from July 2024, August 2024, flipped your resistance right at the close, and then boom, 2 days. It's tariff stuff, man. It's technical, but it's not at the same time, right? If Trump doesn't do the tariff stuff, like, you maybe would have seen a measured move eventually, but not in 2 days. Not like boom, boom, you're done. So historic stuff, man, right? You got retail yesterday bought $4.7 billion worth of equities. That's the highest amount, the most amount in a single day from retail investors in 10 years. And on the same day, with that going on, you had hedge funds that sold the most amount in a single day since 2010, so 15 years. So you're talking retail's buying yesterday and hedge funds were selling, and look at today. So retail got really rug pulled today. Lots of people underwater buying. That's knife catching, right? The stream yesterday, when I was saying time to buy, no, you don't buy in impulses. You don't buy when bear pole, bear flags have been painted and you're starting to crash. You just don't do it, man. It's like you wait for consolidation structures to mature, and that can take months sometimes, right? We had one. We had a consolidation structure. We had the bearish deep crab and the type 2 return. Even on the type 2 return, you had a form of confirmation. Anything above 609 was like extremely high risk, lots of downside potential if it did start rolling over, and your upside was extremely limited, if none, So yeah, that's just testament to like understanding where you are. It's stupid to long things, right? It's stupid to long things when, oh yeah, look at silver. You just don't buy completed bat patterns, sharp patterns. You just don't buy 886s. Look what happened to silver in 2 effing days. 2! Oh, silver trading like an S coin, down 14+% in 2 days. Lowest price seen intraday since January 2nd. Oh, I mean, you name it. Miners, crypto miners, not doing well. Yeah, I don't think they weren't doing well, even with Bitcoin holding up pretty well. But just remember, just because Bitcoin's holding up now, we'll see what happens this weekend. It's hard to trust, knowing the nature of what crypto is. And you've got assets, you've got stocks out there that make billions of dollars every quarter, right? They have some have high dividends, some are defensive. They're all getting nuked. So how is Litecoin a good buy? Like it's not, even though it's holding up. Bitcoin, they're all holding up, man, because Bitcoin's not nuking yet. So we'll see. This weekend could be very interesting. This is crazy. Anyway, let's go back to let's go to Dow Jones. Take a look at it. Oh my God. Remember, this is like supposed to have, your top U.S. companies. Dow Jones hitting its lowest price today since June 14th of last year. It was a humble beginning, very humble beginnings. The bearish shark pattern. But little did we know it would manifest into a complete and utter reversal. Okay, so I guess you could say support. Each one of these little swing lows could be a candidate for a reversal area, maybe. You're just sitting here at the first one from August, early August. I hope it holds. If not, it's 38,000. If that doesn't hold, 37.7. It is kind of crazy to see what happened, right? 40K was the target. We gapped down, opened at the target area of the next support zone maybe, and just capitulated, right? That's capitulation. Hot knife through butter. Look at that negative momentum. RSI. Dow Jones Industrial Average, RSI, lowest level since October 2023. Yeah, you don't know how long it's going to take to resolve. Unfilled gaps above, I guess, but there is an unfilled gap at 34,391. I mean, we got a long way to go before then, but hey, man, the S&P just filled a gap from a long time ago. So where you are right now, outside of these local levels from last year, the harder target's 35, 36K, right? You can see the strongest support for the Dow Jones would be at 35K, 35.6, all down here. Okay, NASDAQ, is it any better on the NASDAQ? No, it's horrid. Lowest price seen on the NASDAQ composite since May 1st of last year. So we're like 11-month lows. Straight down. Next, I mean, like, okay, you're below the potential, August swing low there. But the next target's 15,392. It's, like you're already, what's so bad about this, man, is think about it. It's like Ethereum. Or it's like a lot of these altcoins. Like you could have owned these things years ago, and you've now lost money. You could have bought in November of 2021, the peak of one of the craziest bubbles of our lifetime, and you'd be losing now officially, not yesterday, but today. And so now you're going to be probably going to test 15.4. If 15.4 doesn't hold, you got stronger supports down at the 14,000s. Good God. We'll have an alert. Dude, I don't know what's going on with my alerts. I had to turn off the sounds. I tried to change it from the Butler bell. It was a little too long, and I was listening back. It's so loud on the stream. I turned it down to minimum volume too. It didn't matter. Like the volume panel on TradingView's alerts doesn't change the volume. So yeah, well, the alerts all just have to like manually make a noise and be like, bloop. Okay, so IWM that was already at 52-week lows, just crashing, right? Lowest price seen now on the IWM since November 2023. So we're now like 17-month lows. And the next big support, you're just waiting for 170 to 173. This is a huge deal. You got to really wait. I mean, maybe there'll be some favorable price action there. Maybe from this low point to high point, we'll hit an 88% retrace. That's crazy to think about, right? 88% retrace confluent with this inflection zone. That's the target area, right? You could definitely be like X, A, B, C, D, the D wave, right? You're on the C to D wave right now. So we're just waiting for 171. And then down there, we'll wait for reaction. Then maybe some structures to develop.
Thanks for always showing up, Mitch. We needed this to start the next setup. Life rally dollar.
Andrew 3, unfortunately, that is true, right? That is very, very true. You cannot ever take low risk longs. There's no way to like play the market anymore when you're staring in the face of completed extension butterflies or deep crabs or crab patterns. And then type 2, and then the extreme amounts of bearish divergence you were seeing. You can't do anything. So it was a great warning sign. It's like, if you understand these, like you can't do anything. You can't like take them for as long as you better have tight stops on things, because what if this thing rolls over? Yeah. So it's like, Make an alert trigger and then go into Windows audio. Okay, JB, interesting information. Thank you, man. I didn't know that any of that. Wow. I'm gonna go Windows audio. So real quick, let's look at the Malignant 7, we call them now. They're no longer magnificent. Here's your Tesla down 10.61%.
Bitcoin will either be a safe haven for investors or a bonus multiplier for the deep state playing financial chicken with Trump. When me president, me see world.
Authority, thank you for the $10 and the SeaWorld. I'm not sure. It's been a safe haven, certainly. Like, you cannot take it away. With index funds being down with like 10+% in 2 days, Bitcoin is technically up, and they're defending 82K somehow, like a local recently manufactured level, potential support. But again, you have to understand, just because it's holding today doesn't mean the trend's reversed. It's nice. We double confirming a bottom at 82K, maybe, but like again, they confirmed a high, a double tap at 88K. You're below the 200 even on the 4 hour right now. So there's a lot of work to be done. The trend has not reversed on Bitcoin. It is still a downtrend. I'm sorry. You have to do certain things to reverse a trend, and you got to break 92K, 93K convincingly, and then we can start talking about a true trend reversal in Bitcoin. Sorry, you haven't even broken the supply line from all-time highs yet when Trump got inaugurated. So it's like, it's cool, it's awesome. I mean, it's fantastic. I'd rather sit in an asset that's doing nothing than crashing 10% in 2 days. Yeah. And then the individual stocks, though, some are down. Oh God, it's an absolute bloodbath. And that's not even, we're not mincing words. We're not even like exaggerating. It's some of the worst selling I've seen in a long time. 2020, I mean, 5 years. Even in 2022, the drawdowns were bad, but not to this degree, not to this speed. So Tesla, remember yesterday's analysis, it kind of looked like you were confirming some highs on some lesser time scales. It wasn't great. Yeah, like double topping kind of. And now you're rolling over, and it's like, okay, well, we're probably going to wait for 205 now. Maybe the gap, there's an unfilled gap. People don't even believe it. There's an unfilled gap at 213.90, 214. They didn't fill it March 11th. Still got to be filled. And some, yeah, just that doesn't mean anything. It was not great. So if you're in a downtrend right now, and it'll take time, it'll take candles to get us out. All right, so that's your worst loser of the Malignant 7. Nvidia down 7.5%. Big Mike, I'm in the chat.
Big Mike .886 tipped $100. I love the markets. I love harmonics. I love this price action. Win or lose, this price action makes you a better trader for the future if you pay attention.
Big Mike, thank you so much, dude. Well, I mean, again, it's just like when, right, we keep looking at, we look at the index funds. Well, now we're looking at Nvidia, and it's like, what has been the story of Nvidia really since the DeepSeek situation? Okay, you got a little rally to fill the gap, and then the bearish back test the old all-time highs resistance in the third peak. Rule of 3. Hidden bearish divergence on the third peak. Classic distribution. I would say TA respected pretty effing well. And then before all that, it was the rising wedge. The rising wedge. So now we're approaching the measured move of that pattern. Still a little bit further to go, 89.69 or maybe $90. We got as low as 92.20 today. My alert already triggered on it, it looks like. Yeah, so the issue, right, is 97 was like the target area. Like, okay, like that's probably what's on deck. Okay, we're here. Oh wait, we're breaking it. You weren't supposed to break it, dudes. Unless it's a fake out and Monday they just pump it back above, which they could. If you stay below $97, given enough time, I mean, the issue is the type of markups we were getting. There's just nothing really, no real structures. See, this is like how you could consider, oh, these consolidation structures, they give us support resistance in the future. And we haven't really had structure. I mean, you know, you could call this bull flag a structure. You didn't spend much time there, right? March to April, like a month or less before going higher. I mean, that's the next $50. You can't believe it because that means what? It'll lose 45% of its value from here. Okay, so like if even I'm going to be nice here and really conservative, 76.50 is your target because it's all you have, straight up and down and up and oh, we've never been here before. Oh, we'll be right back down. $76 is your target, and if they don't hold it, then it is $50 as a target. It's impossible to believe right now, but like that was, if you lose that level, we haven't even been talking about what happens if you lose 97. We were saying that was on deck, and now we're breaking it today. Okay. The weekly, if you want to just look at it real quick so you can see, it's so pretty. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal rising wedge. Incredible buyer exhaustion was so evident, and now it's really starting to play out. Nvidia currently off its all-time high. It's down 38% in 70 days, a little over 2 months. So I would say TA is being respected big time on this one. Okay, that's your Nvidia. Buckle up, man. I almost have an alert set up below. If we just hear a beep, or not a beep, but if I see the alert, I'll let you know. Okay, Apple, the next biggest loser, and it was pretty ugly. I mean, it's rallied now. It's rallying off the lows, some, you know, whatever. But yeah, tariffs hitting Apple really bad, the tariff news, and you're at a level now where probably going to see 182. And remember, that's December 2021 old all-time high. It's been resistance before, it's been support. I mean, that's kind of on deck. You're just in la land. It's either 182 or 196, 198, right? So you're in the middle. Apple off its all-time high now by 27%, about 100 days. Okay, so yeah, power hour is in effect, but you know, not really any. We don't have any fall through. Nothing crazy going on power hour. Maybe we have to wait for another 15 minutes for the last 30 minutes of trading of the week. Good Lord. Just looking at the next of the Mag 7, Meta, a gap down below support. So you'd think probably a bearish back test would be in store, even if anything, right? It would just be like this. Even if they were going to dump it lower, you probably would get that first. Just so market participants can confirm its validity. When it was once resistance so many times, it becomes resistance again. So maybe you get a rally. You are definitely off the lows by a good amount, but unfilled gap up there, they could do that. They could fill the gap and confirm this level as resistance again before going lower. But yeah, this has been brutalized in a very short period of time, and that's the lowest relative strength reading on Meta since November of 2022. Multi-year lows. Microsoft down 2.73%. Yeah, and yeah, what's happened? I mean, that's this inflection zone was resistance. The divergence failed. I mean, I guess it played out to give you the bearish back test before rolling over. I mean, Microsoft hit its lowest price today since November 2023. So like what, 17-month lows or whatever. Going for the lowest daily candle close in 17 months since November 2023. You got 45 minutes till it's confirmed. I mean, it's looked bad, right? I mean, all through here, it's like last points of supply behavior. It's kind of what Bitcoin was looking at in the 90s in February. Like, huh? It's great to see it break down because it was implied. The way it was being interpreted, right? The way we identify what peaks and valleys represent is the psychology of buyers and sellers. such a lack of demand. The buyers tried for half a year to try to rival the highest high, and they fell short. They started falling below support resistance, fell below the 200. That's it, cooked. So you're still waiting on 344 to 350. This inflection zone way down here. You got lower to go, I would think. Any rally probably just be a lower high and roll over again later. Bitcoin really strong, man. 84.2. Anything above 82K, you're safe. You're safe above 82K. Okay, so Amazon, it was crazy pre-market. I mean, it was down like 8% pre-market or something, and it's rallied 6+% off the lows. But intraday, at its lowest point, at open, did see its lowest level since August 13th of last year. Still broken that channel, you know. And sadly, this isn't something that's really good. I mean, it's great intraday, right? I mean, hey man, we're green candle. We did it. We're not dead, right? But here's what's really happening. $177.70. Okay, you tell me, is that a joke? No, that's not a joke. That's an old all-time high from August 2020. Tested again April 2021. Look, even once more September 2021. It's real. It's a very real level. It was resistance. Okay. So they gapped it down and they've rallied it all the way back up to test that level as resistance again. They've confirmed its validity as resistance when it once was in 2021, twice was. And they filled the gap. That's not good price action. Despite, hey man, I'm glad we're not down 8%. Yeah, that's awesome. But that is bearish price action for now. It just is. Until they recapture 177.70, yikes. Big freaking yikes below this level. Good to see y'all, chat. Sorry it's under such bad circumstances. But what are you going to do? Why do I not have a Tesla? I'm just not into electric vehicles, man. Like, I don't like driving a computer. I like combustion. I like the sounds. I like the accessibility of gas stations. I don't have to be, oh man, where am I? Oh God, I gotta go and, you know, where's the charging station? Well, let me look. Oh, I gotta wait, sit at the charging station and wait for a certain amount of time. I'm just not into that. I just like combustion vehicles. I mean, no Tesla. I mean, maybe speed-wise because it's electric, but dude, there's no Tesla better than an M5 competition. No way. You're not going to convince me otherwise. But yeah, it's not like I hate Tesla. I'm just, people got preferences, man. Who said Tesla sucks? No one's saying that. Oh my God, Mitch has a preference to, German engineering luxury vehicles. So Tesla sucks. That's not what it means. All right, last of the Mag 7s, Google. Hit its lowest price since March 19th. So we have 52-week lows on Google. It's confirmed. Yes, Jesus chimes for 52-week lows on Google. Also going to the lowest daily candle close since March last year. And there's an unfilled gap, unfortunately, at like 141.45. So that's going to fill. You know that'll fill at some point right here. You see, it's just there. They gapped it up in March of last year, and it never filled, ever. And the issue is you're just at this support. 2021, this is a big zone here. You better not lose this. If they lose it, the gap fill, of course, 141. But really, the next inflection point's like 130, 131. And I mean, dude, we're in power hour. Shouldn't the shorts be covering? I mean, they're not really, the short sellers are not really covering right now. Not yet. I mean, we should be seeing big green candles. We should be at 18K on the NASDAQ right now. If day traders were covering their shorts. We're not doing anything, man. Well, Neil, that might be because you've never driven an E90 BMW M5 competition, because it's the best car I've ever driven. And it's my dream car, and I love it, and I'm never getting rid of it. And the thing is about it, it's so special now. It's collectible. I mean, all these Euro companies are making them hybrids. I don't want a hybrid. I just want combustion. And now they're ugly. They're putting people in charge of developing the new designs of these cars, and it's like, you shouldn't be designing cars, whoever you are. This is awful. You're making these cars look like stupid toys. So I think the E90 engine style of the BMW M series is, well, the M5, not the M8s or whatever. There are other grills that are so ugly. Anyway, so yeah, there's your Mag 7, dude. Very bad, boys. You want to see the socks? The semiconductor index. Oh my God. Well, it looked terrible. I mean, it looks so bearish, dude. Like beyond bearish. Lowest price seen on the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index since November 2023. We have a gap fill. Confirmed gap fill right there. 35.68. And you can see, right? The 18% chance, man. Yeah, the gap fill acted as support for now, right? And here's the sad news. There's another unfilled gap on the SOX at like 32.96. Oh, there's another one at 31.20. There's a lot of unfilled gaps, man. Man, it was good, man. Like, to know, like, anything below 5,200, you don't want to own semiconductors at all. And yeah, there hasn't really been an argument. Oh my God.
Traded my Audi RS5 in for my C8 vet. Come on over to the American brand, sir.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think I got perfection. Like, not maybe the previous, whatever the other engine was before the E90, not the G90, the new one they have. I'm telling you that it's the 2021 to 2023 BMW M series. That's it. But yeah, I mean, maybe one day, but like for now, I'm so satisfied. I don't drive much. I've had my car for 3 years. 3 years. Over 3 years now. You know how many miles? 5,400 miles. I don't drive my car. I drive it enough to maintain it, but they don't lose value if you don't drive them. So, and good luck finding my car with my type of paint job. It doesn't exist. You can't buy it. So anyway, thank you, dude. Send pics to community IRL. See your vet in the Discord, dude. I would like to see it for sure. So there's a lot of assets that have been murdered today. Micron. Oh my God, dude. Just lowest price seen on Micron technology since October 2023. It's a bloodbath. It's a rug pull, but it wasn't surprising, right? Distribution was very real. I don't give a crap if it's breaking above 95. It was still a lower high than previous high. Testing the 200 3 times. You kidding me, man? Gone. Just destroyed. It was just everywhere. Nove Energy. Nove Incorporated oil field services equipment. Look at this thing. Falling off a cliff. I mean, this is a big deal, breaking $12. You better pray they recover next week, or there's an unfilled gap at like 9 something. Can you imagine this gap filling? It probably will. $9, actually. $9. Below $12 long enough. Intel murdered. Yeah, and it was like, what, it hit target 1 of the trade, and that was it. Target 2 was the gap fill. Couldn't do it. And then they gave us good data where it dumped, reset, rallied on earnings, or not even earnings. It was a partnership. But look, they reconfirmed, right, after the upthrust. That's price action recognition. That's what you're trying to learn here. Is like, oh, look, these old swing lows were regarded as they upthrusted and then fell back below it immediately. Then just started the price action. The sellers started testing that level as resistance, and look at it now. So this could be getting ready for 19 or 1893. If they break that, I'm telling you, it will be very, very bad. A lot of downside. Yeah, below 1893. I mean, talking maybe $17, $13 eventually. It's really ugly. My God. Just Halliburton, more oil, more collapse. Look at this thing, just capitulating through support resistances. There's just like kind of nothing here till like $18. Yeah, look, you're breaking big. That's like $20, $21 is insanely important on this chart, and they're breaking it. You can see another semiconductor. Remember Marvel? Oh my God! I mean, it went on a crazy run, and then it was done. Look at this thing. This is S coin behavior. Down 62% in 72 days. Lowest price seen since October 2023. Filled a gap, unfilled gap. Let's go. Just reading a couple chats. We get it. Everything breaking down. Well, what do you want me to do? I mean, like, okay, you want me to play some Fortnite or something, dude? I mean, that's what we do. We're just looking at these assets melt down. Carvana, after that beautiful bearish back test of the key level from history, saw its lowest price today since September. It's really not that bad compared to others, but there's a lot of downside potential. The trend reversed, right? Lower low, lower high now. Below the 200, forget about it. NRG, that's real bad. Anything below 87.50 on NRG is like death. I mean, it's a beautiful head and shoulders. Wow, man, they really painted it pretty, didn't they? It hasn't even really resolved much yet either. Look at this thing. It's like double head, right shoulder. The neckline is like 87.50. They're breaking it today. Oh, the downside's massive downside. Just think about a common retrace from this swing low to high. I mean, that's your targets. 75, 78, but probably 66. Oh, man. Glorious. Hess Corporation's crazy because it ran up and hit a resistance. Look at this thing. It was. We were monitoring it, back testing that spring or the creek jump, and ran up and right here stalled out at resistance, and then in 2 days it's round tripped almost the whole way. Oh my God, dude. What is it? In 2 days it's down 17%. Oh wow. ANET, like a 2000 crash. It was parabolic. And they're rugging it now. Lowest price seen since April last year. So 52-week lows pretty much, or close to it. 50-week lows, 49-week lows. Probably just going to keep getting destroyed. Any rally will be a lower high and a rollover again later. But when you get this, that's blow off tops. You got to really admire this for the sake of education. I mean, really admire this, how they dead cat bounced this thing. And then it was done, right? Dead cat bounces after big, just imagine a huge red candle there. And 50% retrace and starts rolling over again. Oh, you're done. Yep. On something like this, yeah. Boeing was, oh my God, man. Nice downtrend, right? Hit its lowest level since November 2022. Below 143 is really bad. Below 143 is eventually 117. Yeah, you've broken support and a very well established trend. Pin gaming was great. Because, well, you know, we was like, hey, above 17, you got a chance. Well, guess what? You break 17, you're dead. And I love how they not just broke it, but then they rallied to reconfirm, hey, what was once a resistance support from history is flipped to resistance. And then the bear flag, and that beautiful bear flag playing out, well off the lows, though. You know, the market's rallying. So the shorts are starting to cover now a little bit. Last 30 minutes of trading before the weekly close. So that's what you got going. Nothing's at the lows anymore. Wabistics. Yeah, they dumped Wabistics today. Who just tipped me $100 worth of Bitcoin? Okay, there's a thing going on now. This elephant in the room, the one-up coin. Coinbase's API has been changing, and so the one-up coin devs are not really, it's not good. It's not being reliable anymore. Tips aren't going. The tips are coming to me, but it's just not being announced on stream anymore. So that was you, Trader Man. Was it? I think you can leave notes in the address or whatever, but I'm not sure if it was you. Oh, light's not on. What's that? Thanks for the nearly 700 people here. Again, this is an early stream. It's a Friday stream. Everything's kind of settling down. People, day traders are covering their positions because who wants to be long or short going into the weekend because Monday rolls around. It's Black Monday, or it's turnaround Monday. Right, they're just going to rip it higher finally because we're so oversold in such a short period of time. So that just means, and the volatility index we didn't look at, this is really why people do not want to be in the market beyond a day. And that's what the bots do. When the VIX breaks above 30, all these algorithms and bots switch from investor mode to day trader mode. And so the volatility is crazy during the day. And then by end of day, right, you'll get little rallies like this. Like, you'll just get off the lows. It won't continue to sell off because everyone's done, right? But we are now in the last 30 minutes of the day. So that means we're the second highest. This is where the second most amount of volume occurs in the last 30 minutes. First 30 minutes, last 30 minutes of the day. So kind of insane to look at, right? Where we have a VIX that is up 38.87%. It hit a peak today of 45.4. Still nothing's going to beat this August 5th high. I mean, that was crazy, 65.6. I don't know how we get there again. We'd have to get another day down like this. I think if we got another day down like this, we'd probably get there, but above 40 is really rare. It just doesn't happen often. Okay, this COVID crash, yeah, you were above it for a while. But every time you normally get up here, it normally concludes. You get up to 40, sometimes 50, 2010, 2011, 2015. One time and then you dump, right? Maybe a couple times and you dump. So this was the global financial crisis. You were elevated above 40, really, for the most part, for, 2-3 months, and then it was kind of done after that. But, just because volatility subsides doesn't mean the trend reversed, right? The bottom on the stock market was right. Let's see, March 2009. Well, yeah, March 2009, right here. That was when stocks bottomed. We were still around 40. So, yeah, you are now getting up to a very rare point where it's just not often we're here. But it's not pulling back, really. It's still elevated. So, Trader Man, this is for you, dude. If that was you, Jesus Chimes for Trader Man. Thank you so much for the $100 Bitcoin contribution. Thank you, dude. And I'm really sorry about the one up coin. I'm doing what I'm working on a fix to that, a solution. So you just got to bear with me for a while on that. Hopefully I can. Thank you, dude. Yeah, it's disappointing, but it's like that now. And we're in 2025.
Thanks for going live into close. Is this the decoupling of Bitcoin from equities? Very hard to trust, I feel. I'm sure there will be more news over the weekend while markets are closed. Time will tell.
Well, I can tell you if it is, if it truly is, right? If we're like new paradigm and it's for real new paradigm, all you do is at this point probably have a stop loss at 81.5, 81.4 and let it ride. If it is, right? But I think like if buyers cannot defend 81 or 82.155, which they've defended successfully twice on the 4 hour. You can see it. Wow, nice, dude. You know this level. Created it in February, then again in March it was support. March again it was support, and now a couple times in April. Like below that, you have an argument to not own Bitcoin. But above that level, if like holy crap, man, what happens if like okay the shorts are covering on the stock market, then Monday's not Black Monday. And maybe Bitcoin doesn't rug pull this weekend, which we just don't know. It doesn't matter though, right? Because if you're in on this, you just have your stop at 80, whatever. You can have it just about 81.2 and just forget it. But I think if you're getting stopped out on Bitcoin below 81.2, we're going to at least 78K, but probably 73.8 at that point. So just remember, you're not in a good trend right now. It's not great when it's like, wow, man, glad this asset isn't collapsing with everything else. That's good. But it's not really rallying either. So, but yeah, maybe it's like if any sort of little reflexive rally starts on the equities market, it's going to push Bitcoin way higher. And that's why someone could just, if they wanted to, they're in it and they don't own it below 81.2, below these swing lows. That's all I could say about this right now. That's the only way you're playing Bitcoin if you want. Okay, but remember, we're still below the 200-day moving average, still below the supply line from the all-time high. You have not reversed your trend yet. You have not done anything. The most recent thing you've done is actually confirm the lowest high of downtrend with this wick high April 2nd. But hey, no follow through on that bearish engulfing candle. It's crazy, I know. Trader man, it's the thing is, it's like the least amount of fees, even if you don't get recognition on stream. So it is the most efficient way to tip me still, no matter what. But yeah, it does suck, dude. It does. Yeah. Okay, we can look at the, I mean, there's just so much bad that's happened. Look at Ethereum. Like, it's wild, right? How is Ethereum not crashing with Apple down 7% again? It's crazy. It's just sitting here at near supports. Like, you got one last level till death. 1730 is your last line of defense before you're just going to crash to 1400 or probably. So, but it's just like, wow. What happens when the equities market rebounds one day? Holy crap. And Bitcoin pumps. Like, this will probably go higher too. Everything's going to go higher. BNB, it's still in bad shape. I mean, it's not performing very well. Like, you can't really like this till they're back above, until we're really above 638 for real. But dude, when higher high, you can't really like any of this crap till they're making higher highs, higher consecutively. XRP up 3.2%, and it's crazy, right? They tested support again, and they're bouncing off of it. They're not letting this level be broken yet. So it would require Bitcoin breaking 82K for 190 to be in trouble. So if you pray for Bitcoin, you're praying indirectly for all the altcoins, including XRP. So, okay, they're holding it again. Confident. I've been a couple times, but yeah, it's kind of out of the way, so I don't really go that too often. Solana, it's up almost 5%. But yeah, here's the thing, right? You can't get excited about Solana. They got so much work to be done, right? They're just testing 123 as resistance today. That is just not great. Like, you just have to be hands off this thing till they recapture literally like 135, 81. All these levels that are, right? You see it? There's like 4 different ones. The candles have to be above all these levels for us to be okay on this. But yeah, for now, hey, they're holding up. Randomly, they're holding they're not holding support. They're just not letting it collapse. It can't collapse without Bitcoin dumping. So, and it's weird because you got like such a mixed bag in crypto. Some assets are down, some are up. Like, it's wild. It really is. Doge up 4.4%. You kidding me, man? Like, what? Even though it's up 4.4%, it's not technically doing anything good. Like, you can't give a crap about Dogecoin going way higher till they recapture 18 cents, and you're still trading below all of that, just like Solana. Dang, man. Why do I think crypto is holding? I really don't have much of an answer because I've never seen this before. I've never seen equities risk off like this and crypto hold like this. It's never happened. So you're asking me, hey man, something that's never happened before, why do you think it's happening? Bitcoin Cash, though, I mean, like, still until buyers recapture 315, it's getting ready to be doomed. It's getting ready to rug pull to dump lower. But I'm not saying they can't recapture it. I'm waiting on the data. I'm waiting on buyers to do this. Fine, do it, man. Go ahead, do it. But until they do it, I don't give a crap, right? Like, I'm waiting on that, or I'm just waiting on follow through because they're doing the bearish price action to the level. It's correlating bearishly even today and yesterday, day before. So it's like, I'm waiting on this, but they may not do it because look at Bitcoin. Look how it's holding up. It may not happen. So I don't have expectations. Just like I can't trust. Like, when I understand what intrinsic value is, I can't trust crypto. Like, I mean, it's cool. Bitcoin isn't crypto. Bitcoin's Bitcoin. Crypto is everything that's not Bitcoin. IMO. That's how I look at it. So you can't trust crypto. And I don't know if we're witnessing a paradigm shift on Bitcoin or not. It's really tough to trust an asset that is still in a downtrend definitively. And it's not long term. I'm just talking like midterm downtrend. 2.5 going on 3 months. We got 17 minutes till the closing bell, till the weekly candle close, where shorts began to cover their position. The day traders began to cover. So everything is off its lows, which is good for crypto, I guess. But stonks, man. So much carnage. We haven't even been able to scratch the surface of it. Like, Progressive finally rugged. Finally, man. This thing is such a beast. I mean, it is beyond a beast. It's crazy, dude. So you just think, like, things can't go up forever like this. This, like, legged up to, like, parabola and corrections. I mean, in such a short period of time. Think about it. Like, this thing appreciated value 161% in how many days? 600 days? Unfilled gaps below you, multiple ones. I think eventually everything comes back to earth, at least for reasonable pullbacks, retraces. Earnings coming up. Oh, man. Earnings coming up maybe next week. Yeah. Coming up next Thursday. I wonder what's going to happen there. But finally, big red candles with the worst red candles we've seen in a while. Yeah, insurance been killing it. Remember XYZ block? Very bad. I mean, anything below $55 to $58 is death. Unfilled gaps down here. These are targets. I know you might fill the gap here, at 54 because they gapped it down, but you can clearly see the easy targets. I mean, $43.89. $41 targets, and if that doesn't hold, then $35 or $32 to $34 would be on deck after that. So AMD broke support.
Personally, I love E30s and E36s, but very nostalgic about those classic Beamers for the styling. Carappa.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not saying that there are not other engines that are better or anything. I'm just saying preferentially the E90s, M5 competition, my dream car. Okay, not anything else like the other M's. They had ugly, weird looking grills. Like, I don't like them. It was like weird. It was like specifically the M5 didn't look like crap. It looked like perfect. Okay, so yeah, AMD lowest price since May 5th of 2023. So we're talking how many day lows now? Oh, look, 700 day lows on AMD, but broke support. So they might fill the gap next week, and they might go retest this level to reconfirm it as resistance. I couldn't be surprised. But below $94, $97 long enough, given it enough time, it's a $74 target. It's brutal, man. So you're looking, looks like we're going for a full-on 886. Okay, full-on 886, which would be from this lowest point to highest point, 88% retrace, perfect. The 886 is confluent with that inflection zone. So that X marks the spot eventually on AMD, $75. Okay. Be completing a mega M shape if that happened, which it probably will. Right, X, A, B, C, and now D. There it is. That's the level. So we got downside. We're just waiting. It would be strategic. You would wait for structures to develop there, reassess. Prodify, reversal on equities. Will it be aggressive if it happens next week? Oh, yeah. Like, it's a short squeeze. Short squeezes are, like, by definition, violent. Like, it's meant to, people that are late to the short selling, they get so destroyed. They have to, so what will happen is, you get the violent rally, and short sellers, under tons of pressure, tons of losses, have to cover their short, which means they're buying back their position, which propagates the squeeze more. So you can get really insane short squeezes. And we'd seen some, like last week, on some individual stocks, some big short squeezes. So yeah, it's the name of the game. But that's what makes short selling difficult, even in these conditions. I mean, maybe not the past 2 days, but before the past 2 days, it can be a lot more difficult. Yeah. State Street, this was like a trade setup, right? Wasn't it formal, or was it just informal? Or this was... I don't think it was actually a formal setup, but yeah, it was just identified. This bearish back test at $100, death, man. Like, you want to see this is? It's not a joke. Look, it's the level from 2021. Those are the best short setups, man. When they up thrust through old historical levels, you can see they up thrusted, then they failed, right? Fell back below it, and they just kept testing it as resistance. Done. How's this one doing? Not as bad as I thought it would be, but it is finally starting to roll over. I mean, this was a perfect setup for lower prices, man. Anything close enough to 68.87, it's like a dream short. See that? See, the downtrend's well established. This is like a short squeeze, big short squeeze rally here. But then, like, only to go regard old historical levels from history as resistance again, and then now it's starting to roll, and you're gonna probably get it way lower now. So like, for instance, just educationally speaking, right? Like, this is the argument here. Okay, so you can clearly see, like, this is stuff I try to post in the Patreon Citadel. Okay, like, it's educational. It's all it is. I'm trying to educate. Like, why would I do this? Like, why would it be low risk for a short? because of the price action you're receiving here. And you can understand the downside potential if this stop loss never gets triggered. And the stop loss was just kind of like above this high, but even a little higher for just a little leeway, just in case. They, you know, they do this bull crap. They try to like stop loss hunt sometimes, short squeeze, right? So that was kind of the argument, and it's a good start. Target 1's just the swing low from February 4th, but then you can clearly see why target 2 down here is the bottom of that range. So it's just some critical thinking. Okay, so the shorts, all right, we're starting to sell off again a little bit, but we got 10 minutes now. Last 10 minutes of the day and the week. Very nice here. Very, very nice on this one. ICL probably hasn't played out quite enough, but just another situation where risk management is optimum. You can clearly see swing lows and swing highs, swing low, swing high. This is how you create inflection zones on your own chart, right? You look back, what makes the most sense of all these different swing lows and highs. Okay, line in the sand. Well, so what did they do here? I mean, they were up here and they tried to break. It was so you get these exhaustive rallies. They just go straight up. They don't ever pull back. They just go. And then they just go straight up to the next resistance. And then they sell off and they rally again. And it's like, wait, what am I looking at? Why would I? Isn't it easy as F to maybe manage risk in this situation? Maybe, right? And so, yeah, that's like why you construct the trading plan there, where it's like, okay, fine. They just up-thrusted, back-tested the up-thrust. That's like spring back-test to spring. It's like a technical indicator. It hasn't even come close to target 1 yet, but it's a good start. I mean, it may fail too, right? But like, it's okay. You know, good start. Almost a target 1, and then target 2 is lower. It could be a target 3 even if things got bad. But again, man, it's like risk management, and you're looking for a slight edge if you can help it. And we know we don't know if it's going to play out, but we know our losses would be minimal and they'd be strategic. And we know if they don't get stopped out, we know we have really good downside potential due to taking a short as close to an inflection point as possible. But you're not just trying to take a short at an inflection point randomly. You're trying to look. You see the upthrust and the little rally, the back test of upthrust. That was the reasoning behind it. It's like that's bad price action. That's negative price action correlation to level. That's bearish. Send it down. It's just, unfortunately, we're in that market. You know, we're not in like a good market where, hey, we can be doing this on the long side. But we've had plenty of time over all these years to do that. Baxter, yeah, but I mean, like, what if you take care of it and you barely ever drive it? And it's indoors, it's got a cover on it, right? I mean, I've had mine 3 years, 5,000 miles on it. I never drive it, and it's brand new. Like, it drives like it's brand new. And it'll probably be another 3 years, and I'll probably have less than 5,000 miles on it, you know? Okay, so that little rally we had, the joke, quote unquote rally, we're already rolling. Okay, chat, pay attention.
Look here. Look.
Dow Jones Industrial Average Futures, fresh lows. Oh my God. S&P and NASDAQ futures not quite there yet. We have not made fresh lows. But you're talking about with only less than 6 minutes till the weekly and daily close, you're rolling over on the Dow Jones. See man bun double tap. He's there, man. Okay. That's right, Derek, man. That's right. Let's see which ones are seeing the brunt of some selling pressure into the close. which of the mag's Malignant 7 are seeing it. I don't really, they're not at fresh lows. Nvidia's off its lows. Apple is off its lows. Meta is off its lows. Microsoft is not, though. Microsoft's one getting cooked right now. Look at this thing. I mean, it is like they gap down, and then, you know, the market participants push the price to fill that gap perfectly, and now we're done. So you're at the lowest price we've seen right now since November 2023 at lows of the day. Very ugly, and you're waiting on 344, 350, and there's no doubt about it. It's unquestionable. It's certainly the next support. If they don't hold that 318, 314, I couldn't be that surprised if we saw that too. Okay, now we have fresh lows, chat, on the S&P, the Nasdaq, and the Dow Jones at the same time.
Have a good time with your Bitcoin, your crypto, and everything else that you're playing with.
Oh my God, man.
Can devs do something? Every day I'm checking the price and it's dipping. Every day I check the price, bad
Mitch,
price.
these
I
markets
can't
are
take this
insane.
anymore.
Hard to do anything. I can't believe Bitcoin is holding as well as it is. I'm not sure how to risk assess. God.
You don't. I mean, like, if you're risk averse, which you should be in these market conditions, you got to look at Bitcoin as like, this is great and all, but the trend has not reversed on it. If you do own it, right, like, you better have an effing stop loss below 81.2, 81.3, 81,300. That's it. That's the only way you could participate. But with that stop loss set up, you understand there's a very good chance it's going to get triggered. You're going to be stopped out. You're going to take on some losses. So I'm just saying, man, like, if you understand crypto and what it is, it's just delayed. Yeah, TLT though. All right, let's talk about some TLT, not some S coins or Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin's going to serve its purpose at 83K, at 73K, at 60K, at $10. It doesn't matter. We believe in Bitcoin. We love Bitcoin for what it is, you know, what it stands for. Financial weapon. But, like, you know, for us to wield against the state and debasement and censorship. That's really the big part of it, right? Bitcoin is anti-censorship. Financial, or it's, what is it? Individual sovereignty. I love Bitcoin for that. I will always, that's why I have Bitcoin art. That's why I don't have any Ethereum artwork in my place. I don't have any other crypto art, just Bitcoin. And some, you know, the Wall Street Bull and all that. Okay, cool. Wall Street Bull and Bear right here. They're battling. Bears are giga chatting, but no other crypto. I don't give a crap. None of them serve the purpose that Bitcoin does. People don't understand it, but that's why it's Bitcoin Live. That's why the ticker's here. That's why the chart's always up, because we love Bitcoin. But it doesn't matter what the price is at for it to do the thing that we love about it. Yeah, brain freeze. Of course, dude. Like, you can't trust anything. PFE. Oh yeah, this was a nice short setup. Oh my God, it was beautiful. It really was a dream here. Okay. What the? Loving this bugs out. One sec. Yeah, and it's not even going to show the data today. It's beautiful. Target 1 has been hit of this trade setup. Hold on.
I don't think I've ever seen S down 6% in a single session in real time.
You might have in 2020. You certainly did in 2020. It's very rare. Like, we're witnessing a historical day. You still have the futures at their lows of day. 37 seconds until weekly and daily close. Okay. Jonathan, yeah, famous last words. Wait till next week. We have 20 seconds. But just think about this, man. Pfizer, it's like, okay, you had a bearish 5-0. That's what this was. A bearish 5-0 and a very well-established bear trend. The bearish 5-0, right? It hits the D point, which is actually the C point. And the D point is actually the 50% retrace. But it wasn't just that. Forget the harmonic, which was there. It helped the argument. But it was really about this historical level from history. You can clearly see right here, 26.54, 27 bucks. That right there, understand it. We have it closed, but I'm going to show you. Let me cook, okay? You can see it. There is no doubt. There is no controversy, right? How good of a short setup this was. Because you had the harmonic, then you had the bearish price action, and now you're finally getting paid. It's really starting to play out here. So it's not showing the data from today. Just TradingView doesn't. Oh, it finally did. Okay, I guess the target 1 was hit, but there are still 2 more targets. There's nothing to do. I mean, 21 and then 19 bucks and change. Way lower to go on Pfizer. Okay, so you just saw on Pfizer, off some beautiful TA respect, the lowest price since December 2012. What, 13-year lows? Okay. All right, chat. So let's go to the S&P and let's play some Jesus chimes because we've done it, man. We have done it. It was the lowest. Ding, ding, ding. It was throw the dang towel. Paulo Creed is on the ground twitching. It was just a rout, another rout. It closed at the lows of the day, closed at that gap fill from May of last year. Down 5.81%. RSI. Wow. Lowest relative strength reading on the S&P 500 since February of 2020. It's been over 5 years since the relative strength index has been this low on the daily. Wow. That is absolutely crazy. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, man. Starting to roll, selling off a little bit after hours, even down. Why is it down 0.08% after hours? We just closed, man. Dow Jones right here. Dow Jones Industrial Average. It was the lowest daily candle close confirmed since May 30th, 2024. Lowest price since June 3rd, 2024. That's a good old-fashioned crash, down 5.5%, $2,231. I don't think I think that is the single largest red candle price-wise in the history of Dow Jones. Right? There's never been a day in history of human civilization where the Dow Jones lost $2,231. Sure, there've probably been many different times throughout history it's lost 5.5%, but not $2,231. Someone back me up on that or refute it. Let me know, because this has just happened. So someone tell me, okay? How could it happen? I mean, we're talking this red candle's taken out the entire sell-off we saw. Any sell-off we saw in 2024, it's like one candle is the size of the entire sell-offs we saw every time, right? Look at this thing, man. Okay, here it is, and then we'll just compare it to a little pullback. Look, the pullback we had. Look at this. It's the same size. That took a week. Here you go. Another one. A little lower, but about the same, you know. Okay. Any corrections we had. Okay, NASDAQ. Okay, someone put this in the history book. Can we NFT the Dow Jones bearish shark pattern, please? Can it be immortalized? That'd be great. NASDAQ, lowest daily candle close confirmed since April 22nd, 2024. Nearly, well, your 50-week lows. You haven't even hit support yet, right? The next support is 15.4. Maybe we'll see that next week. Better hold. Jesus. So what are we now? From the all-time high. NASDAQ is currently down 22.5. We are in technical bear market. You know, I don't really consider like
BTC
percentage
flat
change from all-time
crazy,
highs
man.
as bear market criteria. They do that. People, CNBC, economists do it. I do lower high, lower low situation. That's trend analysis. So whatever. Bear market territory according to some people smarter than me. Okay, you're below the 20% threshold. What's up, Rob? Bitcoin compared against Nasdaq? Oh, I'm sure it is. Bitcoin hasn't done anything, so it's like a stable. It's like the Nas. It's like U.S. dollar paired against Nasdaq, right? Same thing, because Bitcoin's same price, hasn't moved. So we still have, if you can't believe it, we still have another hour until the futures close, and they will not open again until 6 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. So I will be monitoring weekend Wall Street. Okay, it was very important in 2020. You were seeing like when the markets were closed. It's like by IG. You type in weekend Wall Street IG on Google, it'll pop up. You'll be able to monitor it. It'll show you like what people are thinking the markets are on the weekend, on a Saturday or Sunday, which is crazy. So that might be making a comeback. IWM actually had a pretty good bounce off the lows, so not like the S&P, Dow Jones. Doesn't matter, it's awful. Okay, closed at its lowest price since December 2023, in between two levels. But what's so crazy is, here's your monthly. You want to see the monthly? Look at this. They're breaking this old demand line that goes back to 2009. 70 touches and tests. It's 4 touches tests. You got COVID, an anomaly, right? So they're breaking that now. I did it. Okay, so let's get back to the S&P. Let's look at the weekly on these, okay? The weekly candle close. So this is probably the worst week we've seen since COVID. The S&P 500 was down 9.02% on the week. And what's so bad about it is they gapped it down, and all they did was fill the gap. All they did was, right? Last week was beautiful. It was a bearish engulfing candle below support. Okay, this week gap down, fill the gap, and at the same time confirmed what was once resistance as resistance again before collapsing. Now, you gotta love that. You gotta love that's TA respect. Okay, they gave us that. So you're at a gap fill, not even visible on the weekly, and that's it. So, 494, 479, 470. That's on deck. You got some lower price. Oh, good God, man. Dow Jones weekly down 7.86%, lowest weekly candle close since April of 2024, so 50-week lows. And I'm telling you, there's maybe they might regard this 38K as support, but if they don't, you can clearly see where there's real liquidity zones, 35.6 down here. That's on deck. If in the 200-week moving average, you might have a date with that if this carnage continues on Monday. And then the NASDAQ weekly. That's some crazy stuff, man. Okay, that's lowest weekly candle close confirmed since April 15th. So 51 week lows pretty much. And concerning as you're trading below the old all-time high from November 2021. I think anything below that is dangerous. Dang, man. And there you go. Look, remember the old parabolic curve line from 2009? You're reverting to that mean, aren't you? And you don't have too much further to fall. A couple more days like this, you'll be there. 200-week moving average, 14,700. Curve line, it's been tested, even respected during the COVID crash, is at 14.3. So can't say there wasn't buyer exhaustion. Whatever. What's up, Tom Crown? Hope you're doing all right, man. I mean, Bitcoin's fine. But below 82K, 81.6, 81.5, hands off. That's your only hope, man. And I hope like, they keep it propped up. It's hard to trust anything that is speculative and risk on in this market environment with it being the headliner, the volatility index, 5 minutes till it closes. You are up 49.17% today alone. The volatility index is about to close the week up 106.74%. When does that happen? 107% in a week? Oh, 134% here. February 2020. Oh, well, the world was locking down. Okay. The economy was literally shut down. 134%. That's the only time we've seen it in 5 years. So it's about to be the second highest weekly candle, or the second largest candle percentage-wise in 5 years. And before that, I have nothing. Like, you got to go way back, man. I don't even know if you were seeing it in '08, 1 week of that, right? Volatility index in 2008, 54%, 12, 29. Nope. This is going to be the second largest green VIX candle in the history of the VIX, unless 2001 was something crazier. No, it wasn't. Nah, dude, you're about to do it. We're about to have recent history for sure. Yep, only going to be second to COVID crash. February. Okay, 2020. What's up, Bobby? Thank you. Yeah, Nova Sparks. Well, there is a little history. One candle. That was it. Three minutes. I guess we're just running out the clock till this closes. It's now up 50.7%. 50. How is the VIX still climbing with the stock market closed? Futures are open. That's why, right? Futures still skating near their lowest lows of the week, lowest lows of the year. Definitely lowest lows of 2025. I mean, that's not even controversial. Yeah, this is crazy stuff, man. Prodify a little bit, yeah. So like Dow Jones, like capitulated through support resistance levels today. Yeah, we had it. I mean, like definition of it. But yeah, it's like global, man. You're talking about the Nikkei murdered, UK 100, the FTSE murdered, ASX, Australian Stock Exchange murdered, Germany, I mean, murdered kind of, like it had a really bad day, but it's crazy the way that chart looks. I think that might be they're just devaluing their currency really bad. That's why it's up, but it'll catch up. It'll dump way more, most likely, in time. Yeah, this is, oh my God, look at us. We're at 50. We're at the highs of the day, highs of the effing week right now as I'm speaking to you with 1 minute, 20 seconds to go till the close. Are you kidding me? Highest RSI on the VIX weekly since March 2020. And by a lot. Okay, 52%. Up on the day, 45.55. Yeah, this is it's ominous. I mean, I don't know what type of miracles, what type of prayers are gonna have to come in this weekend to prevent a Black Monday, because this is the type of stuff that, guess what happened in 2020 when you had a 130% candle. Sorry to say, that didn't stop for the next 4 weeks. The VIX continued to climb after that one. So I really hope that, like, I don't know what happens, man. Hedge funds sold their highest amount of assets yesterday since in 15 years. They did that yesterday. And look what happened today. So if they're doing that, I mean, like, what are they going to buy back now? Like tomorrow? Probably not. It might continue to offload. It's ugly, man. And there you go, man. I mean, like, this just, you think you're okay because we didn't crash, but trading below the 4-hour 200 moving average, still data pieces, confirmation on Bitcoin of distribution. I can't trust anything right now. I'm sorry, I can't trust crypto. Like, yeah, they can do all they want right now to try to make you think that it's okay, but I just don't trust it. I don't give a crap. But nice for now. No, it's not a bullish Marbazoo. There is wicks. You can see it, right? There's a wick on the bottom and definitely kind of a wick on the top. So it is confirmed. Jesus chimes, the highest weekly candle close in the volatility index.
Buffet just needs to survive long enough to buy everything back at the bottom. That old snake.
Thank you, Anonymous. Okay, volatility index, highest weekly candle close just confirmed since March 30th of 2020. The second largest weekly candle percentage-wise in the history of the volatility index. We are dealing with something that is very significant. Okay, that's what's happening. This isn't like a run-of-the-mill, oh, it's just a correction. This is bad. This is a seismic activity occurring on the global markets. Yeah, this does continue next week. It will be. I mean, it already is crazy, right? But right, there are bosses and then there are final bosses. You're dealing with like final boss level of crazy. Yeah, everything just still, I mean, you still have live trading on stock market futures right now. You got 43 minutes till the close, so kind of just monitoring this. It shouldn't be crazy, right? I mean, they shouldn't be making fresh lows, right? But institutional selling, oh yeah, definitely institutional selling for sure. Like, you can't, like, short sellers can't do this themselves. These huge gaps and stuff, that's like mega technical destruction. And they'll refill one day, but it's going to probably be a while. Let me show you what I'm talking about, like global meltdown. You want to see the global meltdown? It's not like too bad yet. It's kind of just starting. Like, it was a little delayed effect on some of these. Hold on. Yeah, I think like it's just the beginning for some of them. Let me just show you here. Okay, so like Stockholm, the Swedish stock market, right, whatever, like kind of double topped, melted down today, 6.79%. It's just the beginning. It hasn't even started. This will be so bad, dude. Like, these markets will catch up to the U.S. markets. The Spanish 35, whatever. It's just begun, dude. Like, it hit all-time highs like this. Last week, it was an all-time high. Don't worry. What is this? This is a nice little harmonic, isn't it? What kind of... Dang, 1414? That's a... crab, but didn't make the team. The Vosity team. Right? 1414. Yeah, that's an extension pattern for sure. I see how you'll react there. DAX, you see this? Finally, it made all-time highs last week or 2-3 weeks ago. It's only the beginning. Only the beginning of this dump. Switzerland 20, only the beginning, man. Broke the 200-day simple moving average. Believe me, it will be probably 9,500, 10,000 on deck. UK 100 FTSE. You're going to be testing these levels soon, and they're not going to hold either. I mean, that zone right there, you break that, that's going to be tested and probably broken. The Euro 50, way lower to go. You'll see. France 40, you're cooked, dude. Double top, below, anything below 73.86, a good short. Yep, way lower. Look at that bearish divergence on the second test, on that second top. Netherlands 25, double tap. It's severe bearish divergence on the weekly. Yeah, get ready, man. Get ready for these to melt down. If you're in Europe, get ready to get wrecked, dude. This is Hang Seng, so not the same. Just nifty, isn't it? This is India, but actually not too bad. But I think they're just distributing right now, and it's going to mark down. Hong Kong 33. It's actually really strong too. Unreal. Anyway, so just looking at some, international stuff, dude. I can't believe it. Look at this. I mean, we're at the lows with the futures open 39 more minutes. What? Employment was all manufactured and scammy anyway. So yeah, we need a recession. It's self-imposed recession. Trying to get rid of like countless government jobs that were wasteful to the taxpayer anyway. I'd say bring it on. Because what will happen is all those tens of thousands of jobs, the government that we didn't need, that were just wasting taxpayer money, they'll eventually hopefully they'll eventually get a job in the private sector, free market, and that will help. But that's going to take time. This is like, we just went under massive surgery. Only the weak will fail, Donald Trump tweeted recently. Crazy stuff, man. Here we are. I mean, just... Wait, so my issue is like I've been doing this, adjusting the alert setting. It's not letting me right click. Yeah, I have it on droplet and it's kind of a subtle noise. That's not too bad, not too loud. But I'll do that and it like won't even make the droplet noise. You'll see what it'll sound like if we hear it. I expect nothing, Prodify. I expect nothing. What I do know is we're in an impulse and we're below supports and we're below certain levels and now we're running to the next supports. So yeah, I do think that we'll see some lower prices, but again, reflexive rallies and short squeezes happen in these market conditions all the time. So let's take a look at gold real quick. We look at silver, not gold. Silver though, look at this weekly close. This could be maybe it for a little while. All right, maybe, but you never know, right? With gold, it's crazy. But we did paint a potential dark cloud cover. But yeah, we painted a potential bearish engulfing candle. It didn't matter, right? There was no follow through. So this is a potential Japanese candlestick pattern at kind of at a random level. Maybe they break below 3,000. Next week it'll catch follow through, but yeah, just no, down 2.47%. It's going to be a lower close than last week. Will not be. We intra-week all-time high, but last week was a better week on the close for sure. Oh, it did it. It didn't mess with me, man. All right, we have fresh lows on the index funds. Well, not the Russell 2000, but Dow Jones, S&P, Nasdaq, all fresh lows. Even with the stock market closed, we are dumping. Dow Jones is approaching a historical support level. Look left so you can see. Swing low from May of 2024. Swing lows from February 2024. You can see some more like May and then January 2024. Swing high, swing lows. Right, so it's an inflection zone is upon us on the Dow Jones. And we're almost there. So you get what's happening right now. The stock market's closed, but futures are continuing to draw down to their lowest point of the week, of the month, of the quarter, and nearly of the year. Droplet? Nice, droplet. Okay, not loud, not obnoxious. So we can look at the, I think like kind of a reason for this, all this stuff going on is this, right? I think this is kind of a strategy that's been going on. US 20 year on the weekly going for the lowest week since December. So it's going like lowest week of 2025. We need this to go a lot lower. We need yields to go a lot lower. So I think the US, we can refinance our debt at way lower interest rates. So the further and the harder the dump on the equities market, the faster the yields are going to go down. The higher bonds are going to go. They're going to become a more incentivizing asset to own in the portfolio now because they've just been toxic. It hasn't made sense with growth stocks and right some of these runs on even crypto derivatives, whatever. It's just been what's the point of owning a freaking bond? Well, now it's starting to make sense because it's the only thing that's kind of going up. Look at this. We're at fresh lows right now as I'm speaking to you. Continuing to dump. Yeah, so there's no other way. And the good news is, look at the weekly. The weekly price action is beautiful. Like it's setting up for maybe way lower prices, way lower percentages, excuse me. Right, you got like confirmation of distribution. It's a triple top with a distribution signature. Just like if you flipped it, it'd be a triple bottom with an accumulation signature. Right, the lowest low, then the buyers came in, recaptured the key level. What level? What are you talking about? Is it a joke? Wait, is it not on this one? What the? I don't know what. Where's all my data? Okay, I guess this doesn't have all the data. Well, anyway, 5% psychological. Is it a level on the daily or something? I don't even. What's happening? I don't know. Anyway, so either way, these two lows are higher than this low. So the showing evidence there are more market participants involved in the asset than before. You flip it, less market participants involved in the asset than before. Once, you don't know. Second time is a form of confirmation that it's done. And look here. Oh my God. So like it is, I might be completely off here, off base. I think you'd be out there too saying, hey, what? You're like Leo DiCaprio sitting in your recliner, getting up, pointing. Hey, wait. That looks like a Head and Shoulders. It does. And a Head and Shoulders on the second attempt to break key level. So that means like way lower. Like 4.09% on deck. That's real bad for the equities market. That's really good for the TLT though. TLT is about the only thing worth owning right now. It's like an inverse Head and Shoulders. But like where? Where inverse Head and Shoulders? Oh, happens to be at a level from history that is ancient. It is a battleground, man. I mean, look how many times the percentage price reversed here. Target 97, 97.64, despite intraday price action, whatever. Like that's your target from here. Like see what they've done? Here was your lowest low in October 2023. They tested that level. You had a good rally, but then, okay, the sellers weren't done yet, so they took it down one more time to fill the gap. But that was it. They filled that effing gap from November 2023. Then the buyers came in and recaptured that very historical level. And now they've confirmed its validity really strong at support March 26th and even running, but it's just the beginning. Like if what we're seeing on the yields and the equity market, if it keeps rolling over, this thing's going way higher, man. It's got a lot of upside. Like this is like you want equities to look like this. Hey man, we're hitting these crazy levels from 2011, 2012, and now you're starting to show, buyers recapturing it after violating it. You're starting to see favorable price action correlation to those levels. That is like lowest risk you could dream of with the most upside if it did play out. Yeah. All right, we got 30 minutes. 30 minutes till the futures close. I mean, if we keep marking down, like unless we catch a rally or anything, I just might stay live for this. I'm starting to get a little. I mean, I've been live now almost 2 hours. So if you're enjoying it, please hit the like button, the bell, that sub. Thanks for being here. Goodness.
Selling just was so indiscriminate for the most part. Can't go to many charts and see exclusion from the chaos. It's everywhere, man. Wow, that is wild stuff, man.
BTC going up while equities get absolutely destroyed is totally sus. I don't trust it, mom.
It's sus because I've never seen it before. Not like this, never. Never seen this. And you just, yeah. Again, we don't know. But one thing we do know is it is crazy to own Bitcoin below 81.4, 81.3. I think you'd be protecting yourself a lot if you just have a stop there. Because if you're breaking that, it's easy 78, 76, or 73K. Remember, the trend is your friend. The most recent discernible event so far, here's a high, the lowest high of entire downtrend. Sell off, and then a form of confirmation of your lowest high. The two lowest highs of entire downtrend that's been established for a while, 2+ months. But yeah, they're holding on here, yeah, for sure, man. But it's like, oh, why am I looking at the futures continuing to dump to the lowest levels after the market's closed? Jason, I've already said, it doesn't make sense, really. It doesn't make sense. I've never seen it before. You're asking me to explain something, like why is something that's literally never happened ever happening right now? I can't be like new paradigm, because you know what happens? Crypto trades on the weekend. So I want to see what happens this weekend with crypto. Yeah, there is no precedence of this behavior. Could be a really good thing, or it just might not matter. It might just be, they were keeping it propped up to induce buying from dumb people, and then it rugs later. Like, that could happen. Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking at Pfizer again. That was the lowest daily candle close in a since 2012. And it's just, they might stall it out at 22.35, which means lower first. But yeah, 22.35, couple swing lows there. But if that doesn't hold, good God, you just have so much downside. Like, look at this level. This is the stuff of dreams, man. Oh, it's support, it's support, it's support. It's so undeniable. 2013, throughout, the past 15 years, and then it flips to resistance. And after completing that beautiful bearish shark pattern, or the bearish 5-0 pattern, right? I mean, that's the stuff, like a bearish continuation, bearish trend, bearish price action correlation to key levels, trading below the 200 moving average. You had everything on your side for this. So it's just so unsurprising. And you just knew, like, the amount of downside potential if it did succeed, and it is succeeding. So can't wait to see way lower prices on this crap. How's Netflix doing? Well, we're gonna make really, really terrible movies. Okay, well, I can't wait for this thing to crash. It's like a oblong Head and Shoulders looking right? Or it's maybe not perfect, and maybe it's not a Head and Shoulders at all. It's still got the makings of it's a structure. It's like a momentum shifting structure with a well-defined neckline. It's a slanted neckline, and that neckline broke today. Like, that's what you got on Netflix, dude. The downside potential is so massive. And just to see the 200 moving average $800, 808, unfilled gap at 685, $700, the old all-time high. These are targets, man, on Netflix. They got way more downside. It's just begun. So how do the index funds keep dumping with everything already done? Some of these stocks have not yet even begun to correct. Not really. How about Oracle? My God, dude, this thing was cooked. Wasn't it? All the lower highs, it just broke everything. And now you're up against This old all-time high from June 2023. If they don't hold that, it's going to be a quick, smooth ride to 114, 106. Netgear. I mean, they did the perfect thing, didn't they? They came up, tested as resistance, just been collapsing. Elevator up. Rug pull down. Is that what it called? No. Escalator down. Yeah. Can't escape the carnage, man. I hear Walmart's going to try to buy TikTok or something. Weird. The Coca-Cola had the W shape. Yeah. Oh, type 2 return, man. Could be. Oh my God, look at the bearish divergence that just suddenly developed. Wow. I mean, you could be looking at the end. I mean, this is a potential reversal structure. I mean, it looks almost like type 2 return on Coca-Cola. I mean, it did this, but it's done this before. Bearish Gartley, perfect one for crashing for the 2022 reset bear market. Unfilled gap here at 64.55. It's a good target. It's everywhere, man. Delta continuing to just collapse. Oh my God. I think good rally off the bottom. Unfilled gap still at 34.10. Unfilled gap at 32. You know those gaps are filling. It's an airline company, man. You're going to see some gaps fill. They might run up and test $42 first before rolling over, but that's on deck. $30 and change. Yeah. BXP finally catching the markdown. This one was like, well, we're waiting. I mean, started with a good head and shoulders, and then the trend reversed, and we're just waiting and waiting and waiting on these, man. Yeah, anything below 71.68 was death. You know why? Because right here. Yeah, I'm just looking around, man. You know, markets are closed now. It looks like the index fund futures are kind of off the lows by a little bit, by a few dollars, but yeah, just getting a little fatigue, stream fatigue. You know, I've been live for 2 hours, so man, what was so telling was this SJ&K. This is the short-term high-yield bond ETF. You had a similar situation here. I remember this was identified. It was like a complex head and shoulders kind of classic distribution. 10-month bear market started. Look what you got going on. You had classic distribution at 25.64. Look, it's not a joke, man. It was identified. This is what you're looking to do. You're looking to identify well-developed structures and their price action on the tail end of the structure's development at a key level. So it's like 1 to 3rd peak. And on the 3rd peak happened to be literal perfect tests of that old level. 3rd peak, rule of 3. And then on the 3rd peak, 1 and 2, confirmation high. That's just godlike. And look at the TA respect, how it marked down after that. Wonderful. And now trading at the lowest price since November 2023. Okay. Well, okay, chat. I don't think there were really any requests. Any real requests? Nah, not one request on a 2-hour live stream. I mean, had some contributions, but okay. Back to Bitcoin. It is just holding support, but it's not really going anywhere. So people would think, I'm not afraid anymore. Yeah, you might Macaulay Culkin this thing. Hey, man, you might. But now you had to break 88,569. before you can even be thinking about anything good on Bitcoin. Okay, remember, Bitcoin's in a downtrend right now, but somehow it's showing unrelenting strength against the equities market crash, the global market crash. Gold, silver dumping, international equities are dumping, right? But Bitcoin holding strong here. Crypto holding strong because Bitcoin's holding strong. So all we can say, the only thing to protect yourself at this point, if you think somehow we're in a new paradigm and Bitcoin's going to survive, everyone should be having a stop loss probably around 82 or 81,150.
You're always us there for us, Mitch. Thank you, Mr. Please.
Please clap.
Sleepy T, thanks for 50. Yeah, we'll look at MicroStrategy right now. Sure. First request of the day. Can't believe it. Right, so that's it. Like, you protect yourself. You have a good argument to not own Bitcoin. If you care about technicals and trends, good argument to not own Bitcoin below $81,500, because the consequences of that would be really bad. Be a lot of downside. So, okay, but I hope it never, we don't fall below that level. I hope so, man. It's hard to trust with what's going on. Okay, we'll look at MicroStrategy. It's bad, dude. It's very bad. Dude, it was bad, but now it's not. It's still like nothing technically happened today of significance that would change anything. But wow, I mean, my alert went off when it hit 265 earlier. I'm like, yeah, good God. And then they rallied. It's up 4% today. Hanging in there. But the most recent discernible event is your lowest high of the downtrend correction, whatever you want to call it. And it's all, look, the old 2000 all-time high right here was just formally regarded as resistance, and you're trading below it. Not great. You want to be above it. Okay, you don't want to be below it, you want to be above it. So you are above the 200 moving average, which is great. But I just don't, like, things got to change. You break 333, you break the supply line, I'm feel a lot better about MicroStrategy, okay? But until then, that's like my insurance. Like, hey, I could wait for MicroStrategy to recapture 333 convincingly, miss out on some percentages in the unknown, and I think I'd be okay. So we got to wait till 333 is recovered or recaptured. So, and why is it holding up? Because Bitcoin's holding up. What happens if Bitcoin rug pulls this weekend? Oh God, this thing's gonna dump really bad. That's the only reason it's up today, because Bitcoin's strength. That's it, Sleep T. Thank you, dude. Sub-Zero in the short term is not going to help in the short term. Long term, I mean, these tariffs and moves from Trump are to ensure the prosperity of future generations of Americans. Okay, because the path that we were on, I understand people are pissed off about the equities market dumping. I mean, it was all technical anyway, whatever. Say it wasn't. Go watch the streams from the top of the frickin' bearish bat pattern, or the bearish crab pattern, bearish butterflies of the index funds, okay? But people are mad about it, but it's like what we were doing.
/NVDA might be showing a reversal. Gets crazy above these levels. Thanks, Mitch.
Thank you. What we were doing, our fiscal policy, what we were doing with the debt and the getting in debt, interest rates, it was unsustainable. We were doing stuff that could not continue. If we did that, there would be the collapse of civilization. It was going to happen. You can't keep doing it. It would be the collapse of the United States of America as we know it. It would. I'm sorry. So it had to stop. Someone had to do it. No, dude, we just needed one more crazy, stupid parabolic run, right? Nah, it would never have been enough for anyone. That's greed, man. got to kick the can down the road forever. Yeah, it's just people want to blame. And yeah, like, okay. I mean, I guess I can look at that, whatever. It's not formal request. Yeah, Bitcoin paired against Nvidia. I already got everything plotted here. Yeah. Highest level seen on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's paired against Nvidia, highest level since December 2023. Mega breakout watch. Yeah, you got 18.58 billion. You break that, it's going to be a huge run, man. Yeah. Big breakout watch. Lower low double bottom. What I really love is this price action correlation. This is the stuff of long dream setups. Okay, down here. We just looked at some assets. I think it was the bonds, right? Where a triple bottom with accumulation structure. Or accumulation signature. Where you have 1, 2, 3 bottoms. The first bottom is the lowest one. But the second one is higher. And the third one is the confirmation of accumulation. And it just happens to be all happening where? Key historical inflection point, inflection zone. That's the area to be taking shots on things. From there, consequence of that, a new trend has emerged, it seems like, and you're going higher. Yep. And we know what happened with Nvidia. It's broken all support. It broke, dude. Nvidia broke support. Anything below $100 is kind of scary. Yeah, anything below $97. There's not much here. I mean, you could try to make an argument for this swing low of August 5th. That's kind of where it bottomed out at today. Below that, easily $76. It's insane because it's like, wait, what are you trying to tell me? There's another 18 plus percent, 19% downside on Nvidia? Yeah, below $97? Yes, there is. Now, maybe next week they recapture it. We fill the gaps. We run to 118 again. But the issue is the trend is now confirmed as down. So they could even do this. We're still in a downtrend, okay? Like, R6. It's during the middle of the day. It's so bright. I have 26 windows in my living room. So it's like, I'm like doing this. I can barely see the screens. Like there's reflection and stuff. It's hard to, yeah, you can't do anything with the lighting in there. So hearing end of the month, John. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, Rob, that is true. When the banks collapsed, Bitcoin was inverse correlated. It was really cool to see. That was early 2023, March 2023. It was a couple of years ago. Yep, big tech was dumping with it too, or maybe no, it wasn't. I think big tech was fine, and Bitcoin was around. But that's the thing, though, right? Like big tech was doing fine during that. So was Bitcoin. It was just banks and some other sectors getting wrecked. But now we have the sector that Bitcoin is almost always coupled to, which is big tech. It is complete and utter decoupling. Never seen anything like it. Yeah, Sub-Zero. Hard times. Yeah, dude, crazy to see. Just don't know what to make of it. I just like, maybe there's no one else to sell. No one else is gonna sell their Bitcoin, and we're just gonna be fine. I mean, altcoins are gonna rip if this actually plays out, which I just don't. It just seems like, how can it? I mean, like everything's just kind of doing okay. I mean, how's Ethereum up 0.1% and Apple's down like 6% again? Atom's up 7%. These cryptos, I mean, this is what happens though. They're so illiquid now. They've lost so much of their value that it doesn't take much money to move these assets up 5-10% now. That's how utterly beaten down these assets have been. It's like you run out of people, like people just have enough assets, they sell all their crypto and there's no one else to sell. So little bottoming bases get put in. And then the illiquidity aspect makes it very easy to rip these things very high, to squeeze. I mean, I guess it's just kind of like crypto front ran all this stuff on the stock market big time. So it was dumping long before the stock market, the equities. So we got less than 10 minutes till the futures close, and it looks like, yeah, they're probably done for the day. So with that being said, I think I'm going to get out of here. Bitcoin is still holding, man. Look at this 4 hour. I just look above my head. Until you fall below 81.5, you got a chance, and that's like Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, above 81.5, sure. All right, well, I appreciate y'all coming out. Thanks for likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Big Mike, thanks for the 150 on the day, man. Session top Jesus for sure. And all we can do is pray to Jesus to keep Bitcoin above 82K long enough. So hopefully I see you, Sunday evening, but if things get bad, hopefully not. I'll see you before then, but until then, respect the TA.
People ask why my songs have that timeless feel to them. That's what I need to explain. It's in the very nature of how I rap my songs. Peace. In the nature of music and how I see it. Peace.